what's up, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video. So we are continuing on with our yearly beauty favorite series, and in today's video I am going to be showing you my top most loved and most used bronzers, blushes and highlighters of the entire year. Now, if you are new here to my channel and you've not seen any of the other videos in this series, basically these are all of the products that I just adored, used the most, loved the most throughout the last year, and I break these videos down into categories. So, you know, top foundations, top lipsticks, top eyeliners, etc., so that you can pick and choose which ones you want to watch and which ones you don't want to watch. You can just skip right over. So for today's video, we are doing bronzers, blushes and highlighters. These are just, honestly, the formulas that got me through the year. Now, if you are new here as well, I have an oily skin type. I've got textured skin, so I need to be very picky about, you know, products that I put on my skin, basically, because for starters, not everything lasts all day. And secondly, it is not hard to emphasize the texture on my cheeks. Like, I had got big pores here. Big pores. So yeah, I got to be super careful. But yeah, with that said, let's jump straight in. I've got high-end and drugstore affordable options, so let's do this. Now, firstly for bronzers, and I have a high-end and a drugstore option for each of these categories, which is exciting. But bronzers, I fell head over heels back in love with NARS Laguna bronzer. I didn't really expect, it kind of like caught me by surprise this year. This is one of the oldest makeup artist favorites, like, ever. Everyone has been talking about NARS Laguna for a super long time. Everyone has been loving it. This one here in particular is a little bit different because it is actually the matte version. I just adore this. It is the perfect neutral bronzer. It is not too cool, it is not too warm, and it just applies and blends so perfectly on the skin. I don't have any issues with it being patchy. I don't have any issues with it being chunky or choppy. I don't have any issues with it like fading off during the day. Like, it goes on beautifully and it lasts beautifully, and it just always looks really flattering. I can use this one, you know, when I'm fairer in the winter months or in the summer months when I've got more of a tan. It just always looks good. I love it. Really great formula, and the packaging of it's really beautiful as well. Truly an amazing bronzer. And then for the drugstore version, and this was kind of tricky because I feel like I discovered a lot of really amazing drugstore bronzers this year. But honestly, the Revlon SkinLights comes out on top. Now, depending on what country you are from, the packaging can look a little bit different. Here in Australia, this is what it looks like. This is a really beautiful, it's almost like a satin bronzer. So it's not totally flat on the skin. It's not totally matte. It's almost like a bronzer mixed with like a finishing powder. It's not glittery or shimmery or anything, but it's also not matte, if that makes sense. And somehow, I don't know, the way that they've formulated this, the way that it works is it just looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. Doesn't emphasize texture. I feel like if anything, it actually sort of like blurs the skin. It blurs the area. Really easy to blend out. Really easy to apply. Not patchy, and it lasts all day as well. It does interestingly come with a powder puff underneath. Obviously you can see I've never used it. I've never applied it that way. Like, I always will use a bronzer with like an angled contour brush or a bronzer brush. But yeah, this is a really beautiful formula. Much like NARS Laguna, I've got the shade, I do actually have both shades that this comes in. I've got the Cannes Tan. It's perfect. It's neutral. It's right in the middle. It's not pink. It's not orange. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. Just super flattering. Can be used as a contour or a bronzer. She's perfect in every way. I love her. All right, moving on to blush. My high-end fave, my high-end blush that I used the most this year, Benefit Galifornia. And this was actually in my top blushes last year as well. I just love this shit, guys. It's so beautiful. It looks quite a vibrant, kind of a pinky coral color in the pan, but it just gives the most beautiful flush of color on the cheeks. Now, notoriously, these products are really difficult to swatch. You can kind of see it there. It's like pinky, kind of more coral. It's just really beautiful. It's a gorgeous buildable color too. So if you want to, you know, just like a sheer wash of color for a really natural look, or if you want to really build it up and have like more of like a bold sort of a cheek, this one does absolutely everything. It comes with a little mirror, so you can definitely, you know, take it traveling if you like. The other thing that I love about this is it smells like heaven. Like, it's very lightly perfumed. It almost smells like, I want to say like a hotel or something. Such a stunning blush. I love this. It's been a favorite of mine for years for a very, very good reason. And it doesn't emphasize texture. You know, it just looks like your cheeks have been photoshopped, honestly. Adds no powderiness, adds no glitter, adds no texture. And for me, that's a win. It also lasts all day, so I don't have to worry about, you know, applying my blush in the morning and then it just taking off during the day. It stays put. And then the drugstore option for blush, and you guys, this is easily my most loved blush of the entire year, like even more than the Benefit one. And this is another rediscovery. So this is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. I am wearing it on my cheeks today. I have been pretty much wearing it on my cheeks every single day for 6 months plus. Like, I am obsessed with this. This is a really beautiful coral kind of a color. It's got a bit of a wash of gold through it as well. It is a gorgeous reflective kind of a blush. When you use this, you absolutely do not have to wear highlighter. Well, you don't ever have to wear highlighter, but you don't need highlighter if you don't want, because it gives the cheeks like this beautiful sheen as well. But it does it, again, without emphasizing texture. Now, this one is not as pigmented and not as bright as the Benefit one. Hopefully you can kind of see the difference between the two there. This is the Milani one here, and it looks a lot more reflective and shimmery on the skin, whereas the Benefit one looks a lot more matte. But it's a really beautiful peachy coral kind of a color. It is just so flattering. So flattering and very, very buildable. So if you want like a barely there, like just a sheen on the skin with like just a hint of color, you know, do one layer. If you want to really, really build it up to get like this gorgeous coral pinky flush, then you can go in and apply more layers. It never looks chunky. It never emphasizes texture. It is absolutely heavenly. I adore it. It's an OG fave, and for very, like, no one has replicated this, in my opinion. No one else. It is just perfection. All right, moving into highlighter now, and obviously, as you guys know, my brand, Nikkia, Gerard Cosmetics, we did develop and release a highlighter palette not last year, but the year before, and I'm still head over heels obsessed with it. You would expect that because it's a formula that I have created myself. It's colors that I have created myself. So they're obviously going to be my favorite. But the palette that I'm talking about is our Illuminate highlighting palette. This one comes with 6 shades in it, and it's great for me and it's great for every skin tone, but I really like that it's so multi-use. Like, I can use it as bronzer, I can use it as highlighter, and I can use it as eyeshadows. I also use it all over my body. I absolutely love this. Like, the top layer are more like sort of yellow gold based tones, and then across the bottom here you've got more pinky tones, and they are like ridiculously creamy, ridiculously buttery. Obviously, you know, we worked very, very hard on this for a very, very long time to get these absolutely perfect. Like I said, I've got incredibly textured skin. I cannot do highlighters that are going to in any way accentuate that texture and draw attention to those enlarged pores. I'll swatch it here for you. This formula is just so silky, so buttery, so pigmented. The colors are gorgeous. It's oil proof, it's all day wear proof, it's transfer proof, and like I said, it's totally multi-use, so you can use it, you know, cheeks, eyes, body, you can use it however you want. So for higher end, I guess, technically highlighters, that is still absolutely my most used and most loved, but you would expect that. Like I said, you know, I've created it. It is literally everything that I look for in a highlighter palette. But for drugstore option, this was a standout favorite this year, you guys, the Revlon SkinLights. Now, this does come in a couple of different colors. I have the shade Twilight Gleam here. This is the more golden one. Oh, if you're looking for a highlighter at the drugstore, honestly, this is beautiful. Really, really, really nice. This one is like a gold champagne kind of a color. It's a little bit more powdery in formula. I'm swatching it next to our highlighter palette, but at the same time, it just works. It looks gorgeous on the skin. You can layer it, so you can either do like a really soft sort of natural highlight, or you can really build up the intensity and have like super, super glossy cheeks, and you can use it on your eyes as well. It is just a gorgeous formula and very, very finely milled. And again, does not emphasize my texture, which I absolutely, absolutely love. Like I said, it's so difficult for me to find highlighters that don't emphasize the texture. Yeah. So good. But there you go, guys. That is it for my top favorite bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. As always, I would love it if you could let me know in the comments what your faves were. Your favorite bronzer for the year, your favorite blush for the year, and your favorite highlighter for the year. If I don't already have it, here in this little den of makeup that I've got going on, I want to try it out because you guys always have amazing recommendations. But give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it as well. I hope that you are still enjoying our yearly favorite series. I'll pop the playlist down below for all of the other videos so that you can check out all of the other categories. And yeah, I love you guys heaps. Have an amazing day and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.